Hi, and welcome to another video. I am Peter. I am building custom scale model cars and RC cars for customers or for myself. In this video I'm going to transform this Hotchkiss P50 plateau car for a customer of me. The base I am using is from Eligor and it's 1/43 scale. It's a very special project because it was the car where my customer's dad and granddad and his uncles drive on back in the 60s. So I have to remake it with black and white pictures. And some pictures we changed to color with ChatGPT. But first, let's take everything apart. For such a small model, it's already nicely detailed. I didn't have to do much work on the cab, but we have to change the rear bed to make it more like a grocery truck with vegetables and fruit. I take off the rear haystacks and primed it to see where I have to sand and put on some Bondo. And just a quick test fit on the cab, but it was too high for my liking. There was too much space in between the cab and the upper front part. But I lowered it a couple of millimeters and now it's sitting perfect. And when you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment or subscribe and watch my whole video please. Now it was time to make the rear fenders. I used some old wheels I had laying around. They fit perfectly and they look almost the same like the real car. Now I was going on with the rear. I built everything from scratch. And it had to become something like this. I only had black and white pictures as I said, so I have to make it from that pictures. But I think we're getting there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And when the inside was almost ready, it was time to hand paint it brown to give it a wood look. This car is going to be a present for my customer's dad. He wants to give it with Sinterklaas. It's a Dutch holiday, a little bit like Christmas. Even if it's a small model, it took me about a month to make. Not bad at all. Later on in this video I'm going to change the color for a much lighter tint brown. But the base is there. And now I made the roof, so it's almost finished with the base shape. And of course I have to hand paint it also. And when this was finished, I have to take everything apart again to paint the cab in a nice color of green. And after a lot of talking with my customer and looking at all pictures, we decided it's going to be this color green. Before I put on the color, I primed it and sanded it a little bit. Not much work, but we have to do it. Yeah, I think it's close enough. I let it dry for about 24 hours and after that I put on 2 coats of clear coat. It turned out really nice, I think. I put on some extra coats of brown on the rear and make it a little bit lighter. So now it was time to put everything back together. Mounted the cap on the chassis. And when you're still watching and enjoying this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe and put on your notifications bell. And watch my whole video please, you help me a lot. Now it was time to paint the wheels and put every part on the cab. Like the mirrors, the door handles and the wipers. And of course the windows. And I gave the rear some strips to make it more realistic and gave it some more depth. The rear of the truck is going to be brown also. At first I thought it was green, but if we take a better look at the pictures, it was brown also. First I made the little vegetable grates myself, but later on I'm going to change it. And of course, what's a model without lights? So I'm adding some really small LED lights. It really comes to life now. Yeah, nice. I'm liking it. You really see this small model transform to the truck it once was back in the 60s. We weren't really happy with the standard display case, so we're going to change that to a bigger one. And the mailman arrived with the small crates with vegetables and fruits. We are going to add that to the truck for a more realistic look. Just something like this. And of course we are going to paint everything. It was a little puzzle to make everything fit and make it as real as possible, just like this. But we managed it, so now it's time to hand paint everything. And with this, all the vegetables on the left side were in. And I mounted the headlights. On the right side, not all the crates were in with the mail, so we have to wait. In the meanwhile, we customized the base plate and we added a little battery holder for the lights later on. And I added some little glasses for the lights. And I painted the wipers and the mirrors green. But then my customer said the upper side from the car was a kind of plastic sheet. So I made this. And I added some rolled up curtains. In the meanwhile, I was waiting on the mailman for the last couple of crates for the right side of the truck. And I painted the glasses from the front lights yellow to give it more that old school look. And I added some little posts on the rear. And of course the license plates. And after this I'm going to paint that also. It's nice to see this truck come alive. Now it was time to put the truck on the base plate. And finally the mailman came with the last couple of crates with vegetables and fruits. So finally I can take them apart, painted them and mount them in the truck. And with this the build is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed this video and I want to thank you for watching it, and don't forget to like, share, comment or subscribe, put on your notifications bell, and I hope I see you the next time. Bye bye.